What's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you the 10 tools that I use the most in the upholstery world. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Sam Mapes and my passion is aviation, marine, and automotive upholstery. And I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks that I've picked up through the last 11 years of doing this. Number 1, the humble staple puller. Now you can use this, you can use a flat nose screwdriver, but I find a dedicated tool such as this is going to make quick work of those staples. Number 2, scissors. Now there's a ton of different options out there, so how do you know which one's the best? You can get pretty specific based off of whatever material you're about to cut. One of my favorite pairs is the Kai brand professional shears. They're super lightweight. They have this nice little rubber handle here. They make quick work of cutting leather, vinyl, and cloth. And many of you will know or will find out that a good pair of scissors is really what's going to save your hand at the end of the day. Number 3, the foam saw. This next one's a little expensive and it's a little more specialized, but I find it works amazing if you're cutting any thick foam. With this nice little base plate on there, it kind of follows along the table nice and easy, so you have a nice clean smooth edge and you don't have the saw marks you might get with a bread knife or a pair of scissors that you're trying to cut it with. What's also nice about them is you can remove the base plate if you got to do any kind of angles or contouring on seats or whatever project that you're working on. I bought mine off eBay, and sometimes deals like this kind of come up. This was only like 180 bucks and you can buy new blades for them. But I use this quite a bit when I'm making custom bucket seats or a custom bench seat. Hey, if you're new to the channel and you're finding this first few tools, pretty helpful, smash that like button, hit subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this and kind of behind the scenes of the upholstery world coming out later on this year. We're also going to do some pretty cool like walk-arounds of the classic hot rods and fun projects that we've done in the shop over the years. I think you guys would really enjoy it. Number 4, a ruler. Now whether it's something like this or a 6-foot long yardstick, that would be 2 yards. I'm an idiot. Number 4, a ruler. Now whether it's a yardstick or a 6-foot long piece of pipe, you need to have a good straight edge. Something like this is one of my personal favorites because as you can see through the ruler. It has these nice little reference marks at 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, so if you're laying out pleat lines or if you need to find a nice 45 degree, it's right there and easy to use. And because it's a little bit thicker than like a typical yardstick, finding a square edge is fast and simple with something like this. Number 5, staple gun. Now, I use this thing almost every day. And what's nice about it is you can get these little tiny staples all the way up to a 1/2 inch. So no matter what project I'm working on, this kind of a jack of all trades. And all you professionals out there, don't act like you don't use the back side of that to hammer in the staples that are sticking out. Now, if you're not gluing your project, you're probably using something like this to adhere it. Number 6, a hook tool. This is my secret little weapon. This thing's great. You can use the back side of this to really press in any kind of like deep grooves or anything like that you're gluing. But what I use it the most for is this little hook here. You can pull the material on if you had a 90-degree project, you can pull that material over so when you cut that edge, you don't have those little darts that stick out once you put that panel down on either a door panel or an accent piece. Number 7, hog ring pliers. Now, if you're doing a lot of automotive upholstery, you're probably no stranger to these guys. You can get either a straight one like this, or you can get the little 45-degree one. I personally think the little 45-degree is kind of nice because you can get in just a little bit easier than having to like lift your arm straight up and you're going in at it. Never seems to work out like that for me. Now, if you want to get super fancy, this guy right here, the pneumatic hog ring plier. You just pull the trigger, it just pinches the piece right down. If you're doing a lot of stuff, this guy is a time saver. Highly, highly recommend it. Number 8, a steamer. I prefer the steel head like this. It tends to get a little bit hotter than the plastic ones that are out there. But the big thing that I really like about it is it has a removable tank that you can fill up with water. There's several models out there that's either a glass container, which I worry about, if you ever knock it over, then you have broken glass everywhere. The other model is the whole base unit is the water reservoir. So I find filling it up is kind of awkward and cumbersome. The thing that you're going to use this mostly for is getting out any wrinkles that are in your seat covers. If you got like an old cover that's coming off, that's what you'll use to kind of lay that out flat so you can make your patterns and templates and everything like that. It's also great for your clothes, as you can tell with this, freshly steamed. Moving on. Number 9, a rotary cutter. Now these things are great for big projects and especially welt cord. You can just put it down and you can just run a straight line super easy. If you're not good at freehanding it, you can get your ruler and just follow that right along. These work great on leather, vinyl, especially cloth. The only drawback that I've kind of found with these is any kind of tight inside curve. It's the fastest way possible, I think, to mess up a blade other than running over a staple. But what's nice is you can get replacement blades, and yeah, they're a little expensive, but I find they last pretty long if you keep your work surface clean. Number 10 is the Fisher Space Pen. Now, I love this little guy. It's silver ink, so you can mark on black and dark materials, and it just stands out really nice. What I like about it is it's a nice fine tip, so if you're doing any kind of top stitching with this, you can really hone in where the needle's going to hit. The reason I'm kind of specific on the Fisher silver ink pen as opposed to like these other brands where they're kind of like little refills is because if you leave this on material, you can wipe it off. With this, they work great, they work the same as this, but if you don't wipe it off after immediately drawing it on, do your top stitch, go clean your product, this will stain your material. This I've never had an issue with. Well, this makes the end of the video of the top 10 tools that I use the most in the upholstery world. If you feel like I missed something, leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe and tell your friends, and like I said, I'm going to have a lot more of these coming out later on this year. Take care, guys.